Hello you guys, today I'll be talking to you about plants. In particular, these plants that I have are annuals. This plant right here though is called a Dusty Miller, and that's the common name for it. I will be using all of the common names for the plants. It is an annual, but it acts as if it's a perennial because it lasts through the year and it doesn't die. So most climates, well, this climate, it actually acts like it's a perennial. And an annual is something that lasts all through the year. A perennial is something that comes back every year. So let me show you some of the plants that I have today. So I just showed you the Dusty Miller. This one is a Coleus, and there are different types of Coleus. This one in particular is called Chocolate. That's the version of this one. And then I have here, this is another variety of the Coleus, but this one is the Burgundy Wedding Train. And so this one is going to like trail over the pot. It'll start trailing over, so you'll have it hanging as like trailing plant. Okay, this is going to be, this Coleus is going to be an upright plant. This one will go upright, it will not trail. Okay, and then the Dusty Miller is more of an upright plant, but if you do not train it as far as like cut it once it start growing real tall, it will sometimes curl over, trailing a little bit. So you have to cut them if you want them to just be an upright plant. So what I'm going to do today, I have my pots here. And so I am going to take some of the soil out of my pots and I'm going to put them in this trout here. And I'm going to mix up, I have here some black meal. I have some vegetable and flour. It is plant food. So if you put this in, this is a smart release. So it'll release to the plants and last for up to 4 months. So I'm just going to mix those together with the soil. I'm actually going to take this soil that's already in here. I'm going to put it in this trout, and I'm going to put in the blood meal and the plant food and just mix it up good together. And then I'm going to put it back in this pot. So you don't always have to get new soil. You can take your old soil and replenish it. Okay, so I forgot to show you this one. This is actually the Wave. It's a Petunia. And so it will hang. It'll trail down the pot some. You know, these arms will come out and they'll trail some. So I wanted to show you when you get ready to plant your plant. As you can see here, how you see this plant, it is actually sitting like right at the rim. You can see how these are just like right above the rim where they're not up under the rim. That's how you want it to look. Let me show you for example, because you don't want it to be up under there because it starts to break your plants. Let me show you one that's not correct. So let me show you this. You see how this one is sitting up under the rim? You don't want to do that because it'll start breaking off your plant. So you want to make sure that it's sitting above the rim like that when you get ready to put the soil around it. And all you have to do is just, you can take it out of the pot, okay? Take it out of the pot, and then you just sit it there. When you take it out of the pot, and you can actually just push the soil around it. You know, just put the soil around it and bring the soil up to the level to where it starts at, to where the top of the plant is at. That's where you want to bring your soil up to. So this is the finished product, guys. As you can see here, I've just placed them in the pot. This is pot number 1, and these are all annuals. And these can handle sun, so they can handle at least 4 hours of sun. And this is the other pot here. Okay, I actually do have a perennial in this pot. I'm going to show you. So as you can see, it's coming up here. This is an alocasia. So it's actually a big old type of elephant ear. It's a species of the elephant ear. I do have one in the other pot as well. But it has not come out yet, so that one has just started coming out early. They usually don't come out and get very big until the late summer, like in August. And I will be showing you some pictures later in the video of the plants that I had last year. One of the plants that I had last year that I had to go with this plant right here was called a licorice plant. And they did not have that plant when I went to the garden center, so I couldn't plant that. But I just love that one because it got so big and beautiful, and it just drooped all the way over the pot, and all of them were just so beautiful in the pot. I had this one as well last year, and so they were just beautiful. So I just wanted to put the same one in the pot because they did well for me last year. And I'll show you some of the pictures, and I'll come back and show you how these do in probably about 2 weeks. They should grow within about 2 weeks. So I'll let you see what progress we have in about 2 weeks. These are some of my plants from last year, just several pictures of the plants that I had last year, including the alocasias that I told you about. The big old variety of the elephant ears are in these pictures.